You wouldn't consider 140 hand cannons to be meta, and I'm also aware there's a lot to do this week, but I'd still recommend putting some time into farming the Palindrome legendary hand cannon. So how exactly do you farm this weapon? The Palindrome drops at the end of nightfall strikes. It's more likely to drop at higher difficulties, but the most optimal difficulty to farm is definitely legend. This is because the drop rate doesn't increase after legend. The only problem that you might have is it does require a pre-made fire team. As always, I'd advise using the Destiny LFG to find a team, but it's still possible to get the weapon on the 1270 matchmade difficulty. Another great tip is to use the prosperity mod to increase your chances of getting the weapon. What this mod does is grant you another chance at a legendary drop at the end of strikes and nightfalls. For the nightfall itself, you're going to need unstoppable and barrier mods. Moving into the weapon itself, the Palindrome is a legendary 140 with a base magazine of 10. In column 1, the best two barrels are definitely hammer forged rifling, which will grant you plus 10 range, and also corkscrew rifling. Now this will give you plus 5 to handling, stability and range. Moving into column 2, we have our classic 2 perks here, ricochet rounds and also high caliber rounds. Moving into column 3, quick draw is really good in PvP, and killing wind could also be a very strong pick here, but personally outlaw and also overflow are my favourites. Outlaw is a great perk because this weapon has such a low reload speed. Overflow is great and it allows you to stack up to 20 bullets into the magazine, which is really good in PvE activities, especially when you're picking up ammo so frequently. Finally, in column 4, there's only really 2 perks that I like here, and that's Rampage and Rangefinder. Rangefinder is great for PvP, and Rampage is probably your best pick for PvE. I am aware that we also have One for All, which would work really well with Overflow, and then we've got Thresh, which is a great PvE perk, but overall I think Rampage is the most solid perk here. As for the masterwork, handling and range are fantastic, but I got reload and I can't complain too much because the weapon does actually have quite a slow reload. As for the mod, I would use target adjuster or even counterbalance. There is going to be an adept version of this weapon. Now that will allow you to slot your adept mods into it. Now, overall, yes, I am aware 140 hand cannons aren't really meta at the moment, and most people are gravitating more towards 120s as they have that 2-shot capability. Now for PvE, this weapon is phenomenal. I got Overflow and I think Rampage, and I found this to be really fun to use. It's also worth noting it's a void hand cannon, and we don't see many of those. As for PvP, at the moment, yes, you're probably better using a 120, but definitely recommend trying this weapon out, and if you can max the range out and get Rangefinder, this weapon can be really strong. Apart from that, I'm really interested to see what roles you guys get, so definitely comment or just tweet me and let me know. With that being said, we have got trials this weekend and I'm looking forward to see what's in the loot pool. Hopefully we get that hand cannon or even the sword. I am interested to see how good these weapons are going to be.